Here's a look at what we are dealing with outside. 83 degrees. 83 degrees is your temperature right now. Feels like it is 94 out there. So it is going to continue to be hot, even if you're headed out now at 5:48 a.m. Wind is out of the south at 15 miles per hour, 15. So we're going to be a little bit more breezy today. But one thing that makes the South Texas heat more unbearable than a lot of places is the dew point, right? So our dew points are sitting all in the upper 70s, right around 80 degrees, especially through Rockport and Port Aransas there. That is 5 degrees higher than the level I call instant sweat. So we are going to sweat, right? We all know that. We're all used to that. But something I do want to point out is that we stay with our highest dew points into the afternoon along the coast, not quite as disgustingly humid inland. However, here's the difference that's going to make. So where we're getting more moisture from the sea breeze and so forth, that's where we have a hard time sweating or letting our sweat evaporate, because there's just so much moisture at the surface. When there's too much moisture at the surface and our humidity is as high as it's going to be, that limits our ability to sweat. So if you are trying to practice some sports, get a run in or so forth, this is why it's so difficult to cool down, is because your body is trying to sweat to cool you down and the sweat's not evaporating, so the heat index just continues to rise. And so we've got hot heat indices in place once again today, especially for Sinton 116, Corpus Christi 117, Kingsville 120. A tad cooler through Alice, George West, Beeville today in terms of your heat index value, but air temperatures, we're gaining that slightly drier air. Yeah, they're going to be in the triple digits. So 102 for Beeville, 106 George West, 107 Freer, 104 for Alice and Kingsville. Kingsville, you have the best of, or the worst of both worlds. You get the really hot temperatures and the really high humidity. 98 the high in Corpus Christi today. Still lots of sunshine, breezy conditions out of the southeast. Heat index again, especially between 2 and 4 p.m., dealing with some of the worst of it. One thing we've been tracking all week is that Saharan dust still in the Gulf. Not seeing a lot making its way into Texas as of 5:51 this morning. However, with high pressure starting to build at the surface over the Gulf of Mexico, that is one of the main reasons our dew points are running so high, because we've got southeast flow at the surface that's bringing up that Gulf moisture. But eventually we're going to get that dust later on today and then into Friday showing up in our atmosphere, especially by Saturday and then into early next week. The high pressure slides a little bit further to the west, and that's going to increase that Saharan dust. So allergy-like symptoms are going to be possible. High heat index values are going to continue, and hot temperatures, especially into next week. It looks like Friday, Saturday, we see some of that Saharan dust, and then again Monday and Tuesday.